Most traders obsess over finding the perfect strategy, but after years of trading, I realized the real edge isn't just what you trade, it's what you see. So I tested 3 of the best online stock trading tools: Trade Ideas, TrendSpider, and Bookmap, not just to see which one is the flashiest, but to uncover which one could actually change how you trade. And what I discovered might completely shift how you look at the market, especially the part I'll share at the end of this video. It changed my own approach entirely. So let me get into it soon, and I'll show you some of the few things that I uncovered. But before I started putting these online stock trading tools to work in my own trading, I actually did what most traders do. I dove right down into the reviews. I wasn't just looking for, the praise and the glowing reviews. I wanted the red flags, the friction points, the weird experiences that could make or break my ultimate decision. Because if there's one thing I've learned, it's that reviews can tell you what the homepage of the websites and of the platforms never will. Now, I came across a Trade Ideas review where someone said that he emailed Trade Ideas with some pre-purchase questions and didn't get any clear answers. Then he mentioned that they offered him a 15% discount in return, and a few days later, he actually saw a 25% discount pop up on their homepage, and that raised a red flag for him. It made him wonder if the platform was desperate for signups. A totally fair concern, but to be honest, I've seen similar discount strategies with dozens of legit software tools. It's often just marketing cycles, and if a company is offering a discount, that's not necessarily like a sign of weakness, it's just business. And the reviewer didn't mention if he had actually tried the software, and from what I've seen using Trade Ideas over months now, the value is way more than the price, discount or not. And the majority of the reviews that I did read are from users who seem to be getting clear value from Trade Ideas. One guy here said that it's been the biggest breakthrough in his trading. It's helped him stay laser focused on his strategy and helped him avoid setups that didn't align with his ultimate goals. Another longtime user said that he's had nearly 0 outages and uses it daily to filter stocks by volume and gap percentage. He called it essential for a serious day trader. So yeah, that one-off concern from earlier, that was pretty rare, especially when you actually consider that Trade Ideas sits at a 4.7 out of 5-star rating. That's not easy to pull off in the trading space, or as an app in general, or any kind of software. All right, now when I checked TrendSpider reviews, I saw a few things. So one reviewer mentioned that TrendSpider only offers intraday charts, and they needed them at a longer time frame for their indicator use. They also said that they weren't like a pro and hoped for more hands-on help to learn the tool. And honestly, I get that. TrendSpider is not necessarily beginner software. It's built for traders who want serious control. But I also know from my experience and from checking their YouTube and support documents, they have a lot of tutorials and user-submitted screeners. If you put even a bit of time, you can figure it out if you learn from it. The platform isn't hiding its features. It just takes a little effort to fully unlock them. And again, that concern wasn't widespread. Most TrendSpider reviews did highlight the opposite, a lot of the positives. Flexible charts, clean visuals, and a massive library of pre-built screeners. One user loved how impressive the tool is and how it constantly rolls out these new updates that fix things, that add new features. He particularly highlighted the automated chart patterns and the trend lines as useful features for traders to use. And at 4.5 out of 5 stars, TrendSpider's rating is right in line with the best online stock trading tools. That kind of number is really, really high. That kind of feedback doesn't come with frustrated beginners. It actually comes from these traders who stuck with it and used it for their features. All right, next I looked into Bookmap. There was one guy who said that onboarding was a pain with them. He paid for the software and had to wait 2 days before he could use it, and customer support didn't respond quickly enough for him. 2 days is annoying. I've been there with other platforms, but Bookmap is doing a lot under the hood there. They're not just flipping on a web portal. They're loading market data, syncing with exchanges, integrating with brokers. It's not necessarily like downloading a simple app. And it's rare. I've spoken to several Bookmap users, and most said that the setup was same day or next day for them. One trader actually said Bookmap totally changed how he reads price action. He found a traders community through the Tom's channel inside the platform's server and said it gave him some real insight into how institutional traders move the market. So yeah, if you're judging any of these tools purely on a handful of reviews, it can be easy to get scared off. But from what I've seen and used myself, those complaints are the exception, not the rule. Definitely a lot of positive things said about these platforms. But when I got into the features of all of these stock trading tools, I think here's where things got really interesting. So let's start with Trade Ideas. This online stock trading tool runs on AI. I mean, like real AI. Their standard feature that is integrated into pretty much everything is Holly, their virtual trade assistant. And that's really stand out because Holly scans the market using these like 60 tested algorithms and actually places simulated trades in real time. You can see her entry, stop, and the target that she's trading. I've followed Holly signals live on days when I had no idea where to focus, and more than once, she led me to setups that I never would have spotted on my own. Another feature I rely on is the market dashboards. So these are browser-based tools that you can use on the go, super lightweight, but they are packed with some good real-time data. I've checked scans from my phone like in an Uber, and I still found trades that paid. You don't need the full desktop install to stay locked into the market. And don't overlook the compare count window as well. It visually tracks bullish versus bearish setups. Sounds simple, but the way it updates in real time gives you this like market pulse that you can use to keep track of things. I use it every morning to get a feel for the day's sentiment. Okay, and what about TrendSpider? Where Trade Ideas is about speed and AI, TrendSpider is all about control. So their market scanner lets you build these insanely complex watch lists based on custom filters, technicals, fundamentals, you name it. You can run scans across multiple timeframes, which is a huge win if you're blending intraday and swing strategies. Like I've built a scanner that catches consolidation patterns on the daily and then cross-reference that against a 5-minute chart. Total game changer. They also have the smart watch lists, which update automatically as new names match your criteria. It sounds like a minor feature until you use it and realize that you're no longer manually updating lists every day. It's just there. And their stock market maps, probably the most underrated feature. This is the visual overview of the market outliers. So think like heat maps, but interactive. So I can spot sector rotations, breakout clusters, or high volume oddities in seconds, way faster than scrolling through tickers. Now, Bookmap is in a different league. This isn't your typical charting tool. Bookmap shows you market depth, liquidity shifts, and real-time order flow all on a single screener. You're not just seeing candles, you're seeing why these candles formed in the first place. So their multi-book feature blew my mind. It aggregates order books from multiple exchanges into one unified view. So for the first time, I could see spoofing activity or big players hiding orders across venues. That's info you just can't get on regular charts. You can even trade directly from the Bookmap interface. You can modify orders, you can place stops. It's like Command Central for serious traders. And if you're like running a desk or you're doing prop trading, their quant solution gives you enterprise level control with proprietary data integration. Each of these tools for stock trading goes way beyond the basics, but depending on how you trade, fast intraday setups, strategy refinement, or deep market structure, they hit in very different ways. But they're not all perfect either, right? So let's talk about the things that I didn't love about these stock market trading tools. So with Trade Ideas, the biggest adjustment for me was the learning curve. There's a lot going on under the hood, but once you put in a few sessions, it becomes second nature, and honestly, the tutorials and support team help flatten that curve fast. You know, it just takes a little bit of time. TrendSpider, I'll admit, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. There's just so much customization. If you're the type who likes plug-and-play simplicity, it might feel like overkill, but if you like having control, it's gold. And with Bookmap, I had to get used to the unique interface. It doesn't look like a standard charting platform, which can be jarring, but after watching a few walkthroughs, I started reading the market in a whole new way. It's not a flaw, it's just different. And now pricing. This is usually the part where most traders flinch, but here's the truth. All three of these platforms are reasonably priced for what they deliver. Trade Ideas might be priced a bit higher, especially with the AI features, but it's targeting at an active day trader who will easily make back the cost, right? TrendSpider hits a sweet spot for swing traders, and Bookmap gives deep insight without charging enterprise-level prices unless you're going full quant. If you're serious about finding the best tools for stock trading, check the links in the description for the most current pricing and any current promos. So, what's my verdict? Well, it's not about which platform has the most buttons or boldest marketing. It's about which one makes you a better trader. Each tool has its own edge, and honestly, I still use all three, but if I had to choose the one that's changed how I trade day to day, it's Trade Ideas. The real-time scans and that AI assistant Holly, that combo showed me setups that I was missing every single morning. It's like having another set of eyes in the market, and that's something that I didn't realize I needed until I saw it in action. If you're curious to see what it can do for you, check the link in the description for a discount and give it a shot.